Evening, guys. How are you doing? So, evening to Diego, Annette. Hiya, how you doing? Chris and Tim, how you doing, chaps? And on YouTube, we have Moose, Scaling Models Mike, aka Dad, Sarah Jane, Best to 67 Colin, Plastic Monkey Paul, uh, and Stephen Castro so far. Evening, chaps. How you all doing? Chaps and ladies and whatever. Right, so we'll get on to this bit. My finger's still sore. I bashed it earlier and I'm like, ow, 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 like a little girl. So we're back to the old plaster again. I had it all uncovered, but I keep knocking the damn thing. I'm good, thanks, Annette. Not bad. So yeah, let's get back to this carry on with a Lancaster. So we've got our Bombay doors there. All good. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to shift all this out of the way because I want to do a little bit of work on these wheels quickly at the same time, because we've got to do the two. We've got the rear wheel to deal with, the two tyres which have been aqua glossed so far for metal, and we've got to do these silly little bits and do them in metal finish. So we'll get them masked up and then we'll do the lot in one hit. That's the plan. My mind isn't really in it today. A friend of mine passed away a little while ago from COVID, and his funeral's tomorrow, and we can't go, so there's going to be a whole group of us standing on the roadside, and we're just going to stand there in a group and see him as he goes down the road. Poor soul. But that's tomorrow. I'm just going to get a little bit of tape on this before I do the metal. Hi Sue, how you doing? So I really couldn't be bothered today, but then it'll take my mind off of things, so all good. It's a good thing with this hobby. So I'm just wrapping a bit of tape around that, like that, little half bit. Just going to do the same on this other one. We can get that metal on. On the plus side, my tally ho kit turned up, so I've got that, so it's a good thing. Oh, cheers, Annette. It is what it is, you know. Unfortunately, it is what it is, you know. It's so I've got my little bit of masking on there, so I can do the alley on the top. Oh, evening, Vamp. How are you, fella? Been a while. Yeah, I mean, you know, he didn't keep too well anyway, but the old COVID got him, so. There's a whole load of us from the men's shed. We're all going to stand at the side of the road. And one of the guys from the men's shed is actually going to the funeral because we're allowed one. So. But taking it, I'm the workshop manager. I see him all the time, you know. I was in charge of him and all that, so Not to worry. Anyway, let's get back to modelling what we know best. Well, attempt to know best. So there you go. We've got that ready. So that's just ready for metal now. What I'm going to do, I sprayed these black and then I aqua glossed the wheels, right? The idea is you get a nice, because it's black, you'll get that nice metal finish like I got on the undercarriage. Then what I'll do is I'll mask the metalwork and then spray the matte black to finish the wheel. So that's the plan. The plan. Fred, as you know, my tally ho and the zero. Right, care package. Thanks for sorting it. No problem, Chris. I see you started your 132 spit that we sent you. Well, hopefully the zero's just as good, fella. Evening, Simon. How you doing, fella? Evening, Graham. Good to see you. Nice busy thing there going on. 4 likes and 18 views. We're doing well. Right, metal finish. Can't remember what I used last time. I think it was the high shine one because I'm going to dull it down. I've got some lovely, well, I've got some weathering sets to play with on this Lancaster. I've got some for the ship too, for the turpits. So it's going to get interesting. It's not going to be done quickly, but it'll be interesting once we get going on it. Right, I don't know if I really want that super high shine. And we'll just go with standard high shine, I think. Recuperating, being back now after 2 years. Time flies, I tell her. Yeah, I bet. Good to see you, buddy. We've all missed you. That metal finish. Oh, my finger's still sore using this airbrush. The only time when a top button airbrush might have been... Oh no, because I'd still use that finger. It's just that finger, isn't it? It's pest. Right. You got a little drop of the old Club metals in there. And that's far too high. Knock that down to about... Right, that's at about 4 psi. Right. 4 psi, would you believe it? And that is me. Just a little tiny touch like that. And there you go. 4 psi, just a little tiny touch on the trigger to get it to come out. And that's how it's came. As simple as that. It's literally with a breath, you know. You can hardly see, I mean, there's nothing on the paper there. It's such a low pressure and literally a hairbreadth, you know, it's so fine. That was the other build, Vam. The pilot's away, mate. He's retired, I think. There we go. So you'll see it better in a minute on these big wheels. On the big wheels. Yeah. There you go. That's it. Because cheap. Cheers in it, yeah. Evening snot. So literally 4 psi and just a little tiny breath on it. And what I'll do is I'll aqua gloss that to protect it before I put the masking on. You can't really see it very well, but you'll see it better on the photos once it's all done. The light doesn't help. It's the only thing with metal finishes, trying to get the light right to show it. And I've still got loads in the cup, and I hardly used any at all. I'm multitasking at the moment with my Tamiya 148 Tomcat, Tamiya RC NSU Jagermeister 110 scale. See, I can say Jagermeister. I probably totally pronounced it wrong. Right, you better turn that back up because you can't clean an airbrush at 4 psi. Blanker list. Scale models. Hiya, fella. I'm assuming you're a fella. You know what assumptions are. It's the mother of all something or others. So I've got an undercarriage and wheel weathering set. I've got a weathering set that does for the camouflage, and then a different colour for the black camo. I've got an exhaust, an engine stain and all that lot carry on for the exhaust stacks set to play with, and obviously I've still got airbrush, the smoke and all that lot, the damage in the paintwork from the engine heat. So there's still loads to do on this. It's not a quick one. Yeah, done 2 hours on the body of the car. Good man. Multitasking, drinking coffee, eating chocolate cake. It's a special talent. It's a good talent, Sarah. It's a great talent. You can't grumble at that. Right, this will be dry. This is dry now. So what I'll do now is I'll aqua gloss all this, and then I'll just leave it up there till next time. And then we'll mask it and put the I'll get it out in a minute. We'll mask it and do the black tyre colour then. Evening, Bill. I'm going to need to pick up some extra data so I can stay longer. I like how the Lancaster's coming along. Cheers, buddy. Have you not got Wi-Fi, Bill? No? You cannot connect to the house? Why have you not got that in your house, pal? Chris is working on the spit while he's watching. Good man. I've got the gecko on the workbench ready to start. The gecko? I used to keep geckos, but it's not going to be that, I know. Aqua gloss. Plus listening to the radio, yeah. I saw a flicker light. Hello, 646 from Sweden. Magnus, that's the one. How you doing, fella? All right. So, better put the lid on. Old Colin Fester 67 will have a little wibble on me. So, lids are on. The model room, the new hobby room's coming on well. coming on that well, the missus has nicked loads of bench space, and the last time I was live, and I had to go in and push it all to one side and say, "Hole, half and half." And behind me it's half clear now because I've started moving a few bits. But until I get my spray booth, I can't actually go in the house and do this. Her answer was, "What? I thought you said I can have most of the bench, most of the cupboard space." I said, "Yeah, most of it, but not all of it. You know, I do have a PC and all that to plug in when I get in there." Yeah, so we were all aqua glossed up there. So I'll just leave that now. That'll protect the metal, and then we can mask it up later time. Evening, Henry. Her half is in the middle. Right, yeah. It's kind of my fault. I said she can have most of the cupboard space. And after my live last time, I went in the house and she's got all her stuff out, and she's got every cupboard space there is in the room under the benches, all completely taken up. I said, you know, I do have a few bits and bobs that I will need to keep on a shelf, at least one shelf. My static grass and stuff like that, I have to learn to share. Yeah. I'll take a photo, right? And you'll see. Just pure, like, it makes me giggle, right? Because I don't know if it's a lady thing or not. Years ago, I'll talk to you why I'm gluing the doors for the undercarriage. Anyway, so years and years ago, I got a piece of wood and I carved in it Fred and a heart and the missus's name, right? Done it all nice, carved it, spent hours on it, right? Come out really good. And I said, she came in one day and I went, "There you go." And she went, "All right." And I'd spent hours on it. So I'm like, "Oh, I see." But what I didn't know was I get, "Oh, right." But then she's like out on her phone to all her pals and her relatives. "Look what Fred's done. Oh, it's amazing, blah, blah, blah." But I just get, "Oh, right." And it was the same with the room. And I might as well say it now before I actually go in the room, because obviously when I'm in the room, I can't talk like this. I'm not stupid. So I've built this room anyway, and it's all looking good. And I says to her, "What do you think?" "All right, yeah." So my boy phones up, and I said, "How you doing?" He goes, "Yeah, I heard you've done up the room." I says, "Yeah." He said, "How did you know?" "Mum told me." I said, "All right." "What'd she say?" "Oh, she's buzzing. She's dead excited, blah, blah, blah." And she's been showing everybody this room. And all I get is, "All right," for my efforts. Good, isn't it? I remember those crystal signalling set up in car alarms as well as the post office station my dad was working on with King Blackfoot. He said, "Have it up on the shelf waiting." yeah, so like I say, she's excited. So I'm chuffed for her, and you know, in reality, I'm looking forward to it. It's just a, oh mate, what's going on here? I need to look at it better. Right, not there, not there, not there, not that one. No, right. Okay, right. So that goes on there. Let's get this right. That goes that way around. I see, right. Aha. Aha, here. So that bit goes on there. That bit goes on there. And that bit goes on there. Like that. Ooh, very posh. So that all connects to the landing gear. Very smart. I like these mini pools keeping quiet. Yeah, I bet. It's it just makes me giggle, you know. It's just her way. You know, you spend hours and hours and hours for an hour, right? It was funny seeing the fuzz turn up. Spend an hour searching the premises. Right, that's 2 on. I don't know if you can see that very well, but if that helps. You see that? There it is there. What, 2 on there now? 2 on, 2 to go. Evening, Wayne. Right. Stay. I've got to slightly adjust that one. And what it is it's that bit that I made. Sure, there was a bit broken and I made a bit of stretch sprue and done it. And I just need to kind of reposition it a little. Absolutely pouring with rain, by the way. I don't know if you can hear it. Anyway, anytime this, which we do right about now, yeah. How's Cabernet tonight? Wet and windy? Yes, mate. Absolutely lashing down. Been all right most of the day, and tonight it's just started absolutely bumping it down. Right, see if we can get this bent over a little. As they say, to the bishop said to the nun. that. There we go. Just make sure that's in position. Like that. Just concentrating that for a minute. As you do. Been a lovely day today. Going to be chucking it down tomorrow and have to go out. Typical, yeah. It just started tonight. It's just started hammering. Right, so we've got our bay doors on there. The two of them. They're all on. So all good. Now, I know I can play with these ones. These little ones that we sprayed earlier. You can play with them because they go on like that. And then jobs are good. Now, I can get this apart without snapping the thing. It should be good. Such a small piece. There you go. That's one. Evening, Panzer. Did YouTube not tell you that I was on? And there's me thought I was marked on your calendar every time. So I'm there. There you go. You can see that, but it's black and metal. It's the bit that we done not long ago. So we'll get this one off and then we'll get them big bay doors on. That was good. The two come up at the same time, huh? Now, there you go. Super. So apparently, if I got this right, it should be a bit that goes into. I think it's there like that. I think. It's about right. Get it to sit right. Now, one. Oh, right, yeah. I was that busy I couldn't make it to the Sunday brunch run. just so busy trying to get this room done and everything else. Right, I'm going to leave that to dry a sec. 1, 2, there you go. No. No, I'll give it a sec. And I'll give it a go. Apparently that should sit on there like that. And there like that. Hopefully. Looks good. And stay there. Oh, will do now. I'll put that back in again. Yeah. That's right. A bit fiddly this bit. Yeah. Glued in. How's the finger? Poof. It was doing okay. And just before I was live, I went and bashed it. As you do. I bashed it a few times, but it's bloody sore when you bash it. The finger, that is, for any of you start. So I'm back to the old plaster on it just for why I'm live, so I don't bash it anymore. It keeps bursting open. Every time I try and do something, it just bursts open on me. Evening, Conrad and Johnny. The problem is I'm left-handed, so it's everything's with this hand, and just gets bashed. There, one side on. It's a bit delicate this side, this bit. There. Oh, you're left-handed as well, Sue? People don't realise how annoying left-handed is, in a way. When I was at school, I used to have the piece of paper at a slight angle, and I used to forever get the ruler whacked across my knuckles, and the teacher would get me a bit of paper and straighten it out. And of course, straight away I would turn it at an angle again, because that's how I'm comfortable writing. And then I'll get another little bash on the knuckles. And then you had phone boxes, public phone boxes, always the wrong way round. If you're left-handed, your money's in your left pocket. But you've got to hold the phone with your left hand and put the money in the slot with your right hand. So you're going across the cable and the phone to try and get your money to put it in the slot. Car doors is another one, believe it or not. British cars are for right-handed people. And that's a whole different story again. I'll tell you that in a minute. Just waiting for this one little bit to bloody dry. And it's just not sitting. Ugh, I'll get it. Right, British cars. You go up to the car. You open the door with your right hand and you pull it away from you. So you've got no hands near where the door closes. Even when you're talking to somebody, you know, because you've opened the door so you're not anywhere near the door jamb. Not me. I'm left-handed, so I open the door like that. So you've got the door open and I'm holding the door frame and I'm chatting away to the missus and she says something and I've walked away. I've shut the door with my left hand and it's caught my right thumb and squashed it in the door. Car doors are for right-handed people. Yep, most of the world is right-handed, yeah. Playing games, everything. Keyboards, like me, you say, mouse. Absolutely near enough everything. Scissors, kettles. A lot of kettles will have the fill line written on one side of the kettle. And for you to see that, you've got to hold the kettle with your right hand. But I hold the kettle with my left hand because I'm left-handed. I cannot do anything with my right hand. I've tried writing with my right hand and I look like a 1-year-old that's written it. You can write with both. Oh, that's lucky. So yeah, I've got a book on left-handed people, the trials and tribulations, and it says quite a lot, and it's true. It is really annoying trying to hold this without damaging anything else. But oh, you can't really see that very well. You see that? The bay doors are on there now, and there's the little metal bits holding them open. So we've got Bombay doors on. And she's surprised at the gap underneath. Must just be how it's hinged when it's going. It's a fair old gap. I didn't expect it to be that. Right. It must be. I don't know what it looks like that. Oh, right, yeah. Very posh. You know, one bay doors all open. They're on like a little weird hinges. You think it was as fragile as that, but who's got the double whammy thread? Cack-handed and blonde. They're picking on me, Fred, because I'm left-handed. Well, so am I, Sue, so it is what it is. I just can't do anything with my right-hand side, you know? Even when I lost my eye, it was the right-hand side. It's just that side is absolute rubbish. Even when I kick a football, it's on the left. I was going to say something else that hangs on the left, but there you go. I'll leave that for your open-mindedness. Right. Aqua gloss is nice and dry. Yeah. So, let's get the light on it and see if you can see it good. There you go. Oh, look at that. Shiny, shiny. All good. Evening, Edward. And that annoying device is in my new hobby room. Just to make other people's day. Right, let's get this wheel off of this. Oh my god, it's wild out there. Can anyone hear that? That's really loud. Right, I'm going to stick that in the top of that blue lid for a minute. Right, we're back to the old masky masks. We're going to protect this alley now. I can get the edge of it. There you go. So we're back to the old Edard masks. Try and keep it in a round shape as best I can. Like that. And according to this, not a chance in hell. What were they thinking using that? That, Mr. Edard, is far too big. I have no idea what was going through their head when they thought about it. It's just getting that to sit in the centre there. Like that. That will do me lovely. Super job. There you go. Put the other one in. I might even get them sprayed. I can hear the rain, but then again, I'm just down the road from you. Yeah, it's absolutely chucking it down. And it was my own fault, probably. You know how they say if you wash the windows, you cause it to rain? Well, I went out to cut some wood, and I cut about 5 bits of wood with a saw, and then it rained. So it could be because I went and cut wood, but that's when it started. And I'm like, seriously? There we go. One more. There. So we've got 2 masks up there. When the mask's on. I washed my car yesterday. Surprisingly, not rain today. Right, we've got 2 more wheels somewhere. According to this, we should have one over here. There she is. One itty bitty dinky one. The rear wheel. And there should be another one just here. Come on. So, needless to say, all this rain, Mrs. Fred won't be out with a cup of tea. Because she's not daft. Yeah. And my little dinky one there. So now, if I figure out a way of clamping that. Might stick that on a very old blue tack. Like that. Same with these ones. I should, in theory, get enough time to get them sorted. My missus is deaf when she wants to be. There you go. Super, tyre black, turn up the pressure. Alclad rubber tyre black. Super job. I don't know about her wanting not to bring me a cup of tea. I don't think I want to go out there. To be honest with you. Not the way that's sounding. Right. Eight psi. That'll dry matte. And hopefully, when we take the mask off, we'll have a nice wheel centre. There you go. Lot of effort, but worth it. Yeah. And he goes and drops it. Good job. Hopefully that'll be dry and we can whip them off in a minute. I'm noise sensitive. I tend to hear things out of the ordinary. Never know till a few years ago when I was tested ASD. Explains a lot. Ah. My boy, they're on about probably having to give him hearing aid. He only had 40% hearing in his ears all his life from when he was a baby. And they done an operation not long ago. He's nearly 12, and it turns out it's not really worked very well. So they're trying one more thing, and if it doesn't work out, he'll have to have a hearing aid lesson. But I'll be glad when he does get it sorted, because all this him shouting because he can't realise that he's being loud, and we're having to shout for him to hear us. So it's like pure shouting in our house. So it'll be nice to actually get him to where he should be. Right, it's nearly dry. I'm not going to rush it though. So I don't want to ruin it. So I'd rather let it dry, if you know what I mean. So what else have we got left to do? Don't think there's much else to go on, to be honest. And then I start messing about with the other bits. And you start weathering and stuff. So I still got the rear leg for the bit that holds the rear wheel. I've still got to spray that in NATO black. We've got a little bar here to put on by the looks of it. Just a couple of little things really now, that them breakable bits, you know. And then we can start putting props on and everything else. And other silly little bits that are here by the looks of it that stick out. I don't like doing the sticky out bits till near the end, so that's why they've been left till now. Because I tend to break them off otherwise. I think that's it. And then just fit the parts, you know, the canopies and whatever. Well, the canopies on, but the gun turrets. Yep, it looks like that's about it. So we're nearly at the fun bit. Once these wheels are done and I've stuck them silly little bits on and painted them, we'll be on the fun bit of actually starting to put some decals on, and then we'll get to some weathering. That'll be fun. I don't normally do weathering, so it's a first for me. So there you go, we're nearly there for this stage. It's dry yet? No, not yet. It's because it's not very warm in here today. I know it's not like me. Normally it's like an oven in here. Well, I'm going to call that a day then, because I think I'm just going to leave them wheels until next time. It's only peeling off the mask and sticking them on the model anyway. So, there you go. That's me for now, I assume. Cheers for watching and chatting away and popping by and all that malarkey. All good fun. We've got the wheels done. We've got the Bombay doors on. we got the undercarriage doors on. So happy days. Couple of stupid little bits to glue on and paint. Fit the wheels and whatnot. And we're ready for decals. We'll get the decals on and then I'll start the prattling about spraying the damaged paintwork, kind of weathering, and start playing with some weathering sets and get it all whatever, make a mess. I've never really done the weathering and I've not tried this stuff before, so we shall see how it goes basically. No worries, take care everyone, stay safe. I'm going to dread going out there. Luckily I'm about 5 foot from here and I'm in the house, but that's still a long way when you're going to get wet. No worries in it, thanks very much. Yeah, it's all good. Right, take care everyone, stay safe, and you know where I am if you want me, and I'll see you all on Thursday at 7 o'clock. Right, so no worries pal. Yeah, Turpix is on Thursday, Pansy, yeah. All good fun. Right, take care guys, bye for now.